Aruba.
Moment, the island pertains to only the Dutch, the Netherlands. And what is the Netherlands' national color?
Orange.
Orange, correct. So now you know why the color orange. Now, since that the island pertains to the Netherlands, you must be wondering how the government system is here on the island. Well, here on the island, we have a minister's cabinet that consists of 12 ministers, and these are elected every 4 years. These ministers will appoint a prime minister to speak as the head of the cabinet. Now, this prime minister have to give account to the lieutenant governor, and the lieutenant governor is appointed by the King of the Netherlands, King Willem-Alexander, every 6 years. And he himself, the lieutenant governor, have to give account to the king. So if you ask me for the proper order, to the bottom you have the 12 ministers, above them you have the prime minister, above the prime minister you have the lieutenant governor, and above the lieutenant governor you have the King of the Netherlands, King Willem-Alexander. For first time in history, we have a king at throne. And after him, it's going to be ladies again, because he have 3 sets of girls. So coming up towards the right, you can see your home away from home, the Norwegian Jade. But also coming up is the famous I Love Aruba sign. Now keep in mind that this I Love Aruba sign is located right as you exit the cruise facilities later on today.
Yeah.
It's located right in front of the main gate. Coming up also towards the right, you'll be able to see the statue of Queen Wilhelmina. Queen Wilhelmina was the grandmother of the great-great-grandmother of our king. She herself was once at throne. Right about now to the right, you can see the statue and also the national flags. The red, white, and blue flag is the Netherlands flag. The blue flag with the 2 yellow stripes and the red star is the Aruba flag. Queen Wilhelmina and the Queen Wilhelmina Park. As to the road that we're driving upon on right about now, has the name of the L.G. Smith Boulevard, named after Mr. Lloyd George Smith. He was the one that came to the island in the beginning of the 1940s and reopened the doors of our refinery on behalf of the Exxon Oil Company of the U.S. The refinery used to be the main source of economy and industry back then here on the island. Unfortunately, not anymore, since that it had to close its doors in the year of 1985. From that year up to this present moment, our only source of economy and industry on the island has become tourism. So thank you guys for visiting our beautiful One Happy Island. Approaching us in just a bit towards the right, we'll be passing in front of the Aruba Tourism Plaza. Here you'll be able to see the Aruba Tourism logo. And if you pay close attention, you will also notice a small piece of coral rock on top of a pedestal towards the front of it. This small piece of coral rock is representing the grounds here of our island, which I will explain to you shortly how the island of Aruba was formed and came to exist. But right now to the right, the Aruba gruesome lime coral rocks in limestone. After another volcanic explosion at the bottom of the ocean, this lava started to emerge above water. And the more it emerged above water, the more of an island was formed and came to exist. And that is how our One Happy Island of Aruba came to exist. The grounds here on the island is pretty much much hard, pretty much all out of coral rocks, and it's for this reason is why we do not have no type of agriculture or plantations here on the island. The only plantation we have is the aloe plantation, but everything else is imported. Now please do keep in mind that the island was only formed from a volcanic lava as base. The island itself is not a volcanic island. Now there's a hill approaching us towards the left, and I know that it too looks a little bit like a volcano. Well, it is not one, because we are not a volcanic island. That hill right here is actually the third highest point of the island, and it has the name Hooiberg. Hooiberg in English means haystack hill, and the haystack hill have a height of approximately 579 feet above sea level. As to the highest point of the island has the name of the Yamanota Hill with a height of approximately 619 feet above sea level. Yamanota is a Indian name. Indians were the first inhabitants here on the island, and they were called the Kaiketio Indians. Kaiketio in English means Catholic Arawaks. Thanks to these Indians, the biggest percentage of religions here on the island are Catholics. Every district has their very own Catholic church, close by to which you will get the Catholic schools and also the Catholic cemetery. But of course, there are other religions on the island as well. Now you know Indians, they always gotta be worshiping their Lord. Well, after exploring the island, they realized that this particular part of the island, it was feeling the presence of the Lord very strongly. Well, to mark that spot and also to turn it into a worship area, what these Indians did was they placed a cross on top of a piece of rock and naming the area after that cross, which is Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz in English means Holy Cross. This cross is still standing tall up to this present day with the help of maintenance, of course, whenever it is needed, which will be done by the government. Whenever it comes towards history, culture, and nature, the government here on the island pretty much preserve as much as they can towards it. And yes, we are currently driving through the district of Santa Cruz, and in just a bit I will point out that cross to you guys. Besides Catholic schools, we also have public schools on the island and one private school. But all of the schools them here adheres to the same rules and regulations which are set by the education department. A new school year will start the mid of August and ends the ending of June. Per school year, the kids will get a total of 60 vacation days. Now these 60 vacation days are spread through the whole school year. And each school on the island has their own uniform, so like that you can identify the school that a child is attending. Alrighty, and we're also getting closer to our first stop, and that is going to be the Casibari Rock Formation. It is exactly what the name says it is, a rock formation, and this was formed by Mother Nature. This big piece of boulder that weighs more than 500 tons had become a well-known attraction on the island, not only for the locals but also for our visiting guests. The reason why is because when you go towards the top of that big boulder, you have a beautiful view of the island. Nearly 360 degrees overview look. Please do take your time going up and coming down from that big boulder. Surrounding that big boulder is a beautiful garden with smaller rock formation. If you cannot manage to reach towards the top of the big one, I can guarantee you that you will be able to reach towards the top of even the smallest one, but then yes, you do not have that beautiful island overview look. Or you can just walk around in the garden and take your pictures. On the other side of the garden is a snack bar. There's also a gift shop, but the gift shop is closed today. Yeah. Well, the funeral we just experienced is the owner's sister. The owner is his sister, sorry. So it is closed today. But at the snack bar, you can feel free to purchase anything you wish to have. Private restrooms are located behind of the gift shop. Now there are public restrooms, but I'm not sure if there's any toilet tissue or if they're even clean. Okay, so I highly recommend.
Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that are first time on the island, welcome to Aruba, and of course, welcome to our Royal Ride+Aloe company. My name is Keon, and for this next 15 to 20 minutes, I'm going to be your personal tour guide for the day, alright? Now, if you take a look right next to me, you can also you can also see our beautiful field that we have. I can also tell you that this field, as well as the company, started back here around the years 1890s, which makes us the oldest aloe working company to ever exist. Now, when we initially started, we started with only this front row right here. We went from managing 10,000 aloe vera plants to right now, if you take a look in the back, we have over 35,000 aloes that we manage each and every single day. Now, when it comes to the gel, has anybody ever seen or maybe used a gel already in its natural form? Yes, perfect. So that means you guys are already familiar with this gel right here. Now, how about this yellow sap coming out right here? Ever seen it? Maybe heard of it before? No? Okay. So the best way I can explain it, whenever we cut up an aloe leaf, you're already going to notice the sap coming out. Now, we know what is aloe. It has a very awful smell with a very bitter taste to it, but here comes the fun part. It's also known as a very strong but natural laxative. It's so strong of a laxative, guys, take around 4 or 5 drops. And trust me, you'll be enjoying the rest of your day, alright? What we used to do with this sap right here, we used to collect it, cook it or boil it for 8 to 10 hours, leave it overnight, and whenever it hardens, you will get a bunch of stones just like here. Now, these stones, we know it as aloe hearts or aloe gum. We used to export it worldwide for the pharmaceuticals. They used to cut it and grain it, use like a powder form to make the laxative pills or laxative products. Between the years 1910 and the 1920s, it brought us our first ever economy boost in our history. So we as locals recognize it as a gold for Aruba. But after the years went by, they started introducing synthetics. Unfortunately, synthetics took over because it's way more cheaper as well. So we said, stop it, we're not going to focus anymore on the laxative and started focusing more on this gel right here. Now, a lot of people don't notice, the gel consists of 99% of a water-based fluid and 1% solid. Inside of the 1% solid, it contains over 87 different nutrients, enzymes with vitamins that gives it the healing powers that it normally has. How we normally collect the gel as well, let me show you right now how the process is done. Now, first of all, we have to rinse it down properly. Just remove the extra layer of the yellow sap. After that, we always take 1 inch off just for extra measurement. Now, after that, we're going to remove the thorns all the way to the back, just like here. Now flip it over, repeat the process all over again. And just like you fillet a regular fish, we're going to do the exact same thing. All the way to the back, just like here. Now if you want to see something very interesting, also give it a small massage, and it's also going to show you the liquid gel that we normally use. this gel right here. Yes, this is the part where you go, wow, there you go, all right. Yes, now finally with the backside of a knife, we just scrape the gel out, all the way to the front, just like here. And voila guys, there's your gel. Now whenever we're done collecting it, we're still not done yet. We still have to soak it in water for 8 to 10 minutes. Why? Because not only is this sap right here very strong laxative, but it can also be allergic to some people on top of their skin. It can cause like a severe skin irritation or like a rash, so it wouldn't feel any nice. Now when it comes to the benefits of the gel, there's two ways of using it. First of all, you can eat it, or you can apply it on top of your skin. When it comes to the eating part, it works exactly like vitamin B12, or really good for you if you have gastritis, small ulcers, acid reflux, or even stomach aches or stomach cramps. The only thing is, make sure you rinse it down properly, because if you do get a bitter taste, probably stay home, alright? Yes. Now, when it comes to the applying side of it, you can use it for any type of burns, rashes, insect bites, or even wounds. We also have fresh ones cut up from this morning. So would anybody would like to try it on top of their skin? See how it feels? Alright, here you go, miss. It's very slimy at first, but a very strong moisturizer for the skin. Yes.
Okay, go ahead. No, not
Here,
yours.
guys.
You go ahead. Stick my leg up.
Yes, sir. All right. Yes.
That's
Perfect. All right, all right.
Aruba, California, Lighthouse, Aruba.
Okay, but let us take a selfie first.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Just stand on your phone. Put down on your phone.
Thanks, Ray.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh wait, no, it's the other way around. You're sitting on the man in front of the man one.
Oh, you're here.
Yes.